Hello. You've made it to Friday of week 1, and I hope you are ready for a wonderful, relaxing weekend. In addition to relaxing, however, though, I want you to know that I have released the content for week 2. So here's the way I want things to work for you. Instead of giving you the weekend to cram things in at the last minute, I want you to think about the weekend as a chance to get ahead, or at the very least, to plan out the week ahead so that you have everything under control and reduce your stress as much as possible. So I will every Friday have a new news item here on our main page, but you can also go to content in the black navigation bar at the top of your screen, and I'm going to give you a quick tour right now. So in addition to our course syllabus documents, a number of helpful resources and videos, and the formal assignment guidelines, which you do not need to worry about at the moment, you have, as you can see here in the table of contents, a number of weeks. So let's head to week 2, which technically starts on Monday, June 6th, but I released that content on Friday, June 3rd. So every week you will see that things are divided into an overview and checklist section and an assignments and materials section. So instead of just kind of willy-nilly clicking through the assignments and materials connects or links here, I want you to start with the checklist. So I will go ahead and link everything here in assignments and materials, but if you start at the checklist, it will tell you what order to do things in, and the checklist also includes embedded links to what you need to do. So every week's checklist will give you a rundown of what you need to accomplish during the week ahead. It includes deadlines when those are appropriate, and it provides links to everything that you actually need to access. And of course, you can always access checklists, discussions, drop boxes, quizzes in the black navigation bar at the top of your course. So let's just take a quick tour of what you need to do for week 2. You want to start by reading the guidelines for essay number 1. So there's an actual document for that and some general essay guidelines for the course. The rubric for that assignment is located in the Dropbox folder, and I actually have a video tour of that as well. So go ahead and get familiar with this first essay that we're going to write. You will be writing your very own This I Believe essay. And then you want to jump straight into the brainstorming discussion board. This assignment here has multiple deadlines. You have to post your last response by Wednesday, which means you need to get on that board early in the week and start posting, and then respond to your classmates by Wednesday. In order to participate in a discussion board, you'll need to do some work first for this one. It actually will ask you to read a few things in your textbook and then to apply some of those ideas and then share the results of what you did. So think about discussion boards as what you would do in class, in a face-to-face class. So if you were actually sitting in my face-to-face class, we would be having conversations with each other. You would be doing work together with a small group or with another classmate or with the entire class. So think about discussions as the kind of back and forth dialogue that happens in a face-to-face class where you need the input of other people. And that will also be true for this next discussion board, which is a pre-writing assignment for This I Believe, where you can get some feedback from your classmates. Again, this one also has multiple deadlines, but the very last deadline is Friday. So discussion boards, if you're at all familiar with online courses, have multiple deadlines built into them because it's trying to replicate a back and forth conversation. Then let's move on. We've got 2 learning activity quizzes. This one here about MLA essay format is kind of a formality. It's just to get you familiar with how we format our essays in terms of font size and spacing and headings. So that really is not anything that will be too time consuming other than watching a few minutes of a video. But this essay components learning activity quiz, I want you to think about that as a replacement for like a lecture in class. So I will walk you through a series of things where I'm asking you to stop and reflect, to think about what you already know, to integrate new knowledge, to apply that knowledge, to reflect on that knowledge, to ask questions about that. So that's where you might, in a traditional face-to-face class, have me talking and then you trying things and then us coming back together and then trying things again. It's a place that you could think of as a lab in a way where you can actually get some work done, and a one-on-one individual learning experience with me as well. So learning activity quizzes are not just quizzes, they're places for you to dig in and actually try things. This one in particular will ask you to work through an online workshop that a friend of mine created. And then finally, if you jump down to the very end here, it says you need to start writing your rough draft of essay number 1 because Monday of week 3, we are actually going to start sharing those with one another. Um, there's a note here about finishing up your textbook reading assignments and then what I expect for full rough drafts. That will all start to make sense once you are familiar with the essay number 1 assignment guidelines. So that's all I have for you for this week. Congratulations on finishing week 1 of English 121. Go ahead and take a look at what you need to do for week 2. Get out your planning system and track it all out and figure out what is due when and plan out your week ahead. If you have some time this weekend to go ahead and get ahead, that would be great. Decrease your stress next week. And as always, if you have any questions, go ahead and use this email button right up here at the top to send me an email to get in touch with me. I will respond as quickly as possible. On Monday, I will be in an all-day student success retreat at the college, so you may not hear from me much on Monday, but I will definitely be busy over the weekend with your discussion posts from this week and available to you anytime you need me. Great. It's been so lovely to get to know all of you, and I'm looking forward to week 2. Bye.